All right, shalom. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baharakah Kodash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect in the 1/3. And Lord's will, this lesson will be edifying and exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Baharakah Kodash. And as the title reads, the cry of the prey. All right. And pretty much this was a title given to me, in the spirit. I was having a discussion with a brother. And, that's pretty much what's taking place right now is, us as Israelites. OK, we are sighing and crying to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for all the wickedness that's going on, the abominations. All right. As it says in Ezekiel 9. But it also lets us know in Isaiah 59 how these things will be taking place. Okay, these things are taking place while we're here in captivity. All right, surrounded on all sides with wickedness. Okay, so let me just double check. All right, just want to make sure it's live. All right, so let's jump right into the lesson, and Lord's will, it's edifying. So I titled it in the spirit. All right, right here. This is Isaiah 59 and 15. It says, yea, truth faileth, right? Truth faileth. All right. This is why everyone here is a liar. This is why when you, in the spirit, you confound a scoffer, they still just keep coming back. They have no problem lying to get one over on you, pretty much vain opinions. There is no truth here. That's respected. Okay, the truth that's being uttered in the spirit on the highways and hedges. Okay, on the internet. Okay, that's not being hearkened to. You see, and that's another thing. A lot of people, you waking up to this truth, you have to realize you're not gonna. It does say, the Lord will give us a mouth that our adversaries can't gainsay nor resist, but that doesn't mean that that's going to stop them. Okay, there'll be plenty of times where they've been proven wrong. All right, the truth has overshadowed lies, but they still keep believing in a lie instead of accepting the truth. This is the position that we are in right now. Okay, so yeah, truth faileth, and he that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey. See, we have departed from evil. All right, we have departed from evil. This is why you hear brothers, speak about how we're like the spiritual lots. Okay, we have departed from evil, even though we're in the midst of an evil, perverse, and a crooked nation. Okay, it tells you that real quick. Let's grab that actually. Perverse and a crooked nation. Philippians 2. Let's see. It was Philippians 2. Let's go there real quick. This is Philippians 2. And 15, it says that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God, the sons of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. And that's what's taking place. And the light that is shining ultimately is the wisdom and knowledge through the Holy Spirit that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has given us, has placed upon us. Okay, but we're still crying out because we can see these things, as it says, surely oppression makes a wise man mad. So the prey, now that we've become a prey. So we cry out, and what are we a prey to? We're praying to the to the broad gate. We're prey to wickedness. We're prey to wicked people. All right. This is why, you'll see people and they think they it's really a demon on them, but they try to get one on you. You'll have women that have men that may want to flirt with you. You may have, people, the inhabitants of lots, they mess with you or they're around you. They're putting an extra R on their S's. You brothers know what I mean. Okay. This place is wicked, man. And the demons on these people know that we've departed. Remember, they knew Yahushai. All right. Yahushua actually had to shut them up. He told them to shut their mouths because they knew who he was. You see, so they know us. He said, Paul, I know, Yahushua, I know. You see, so we are a prey on this side. And this is why actually, let me go to the standard version. This is why it says this in Zechariah. Okay. We're referred to as what? Sheep. Okay, let's just put it, see right here. Let's put sheep slaughter. I believe it's Zechariah 11:5. Let me put, oh, well, I'll just get it. I thought I could just type it in, but I believe it's Zechariah 11:5, if I'm not mistaken. Just came to mind. Yep. It says, right here. It said right here, 4. It says, thus saith the Lord, my power, feed the flock of the slaughter. See, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. All right. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. So we are a prey here. Okay. We are a prey on all sides. And then the so-called leaders, okay, of our people are set up. All right. They're set up and sold out. Okay. They've been bought and paid for. Okay. So we are surrounded as a prey would, running from their enemy. So the only thing we can do is cry out. The only thing we can do is cry out to Yahweh Shem Shai. And guess what? That's actually why we'll be delivered. Now, there's a law in Deuteronomy that a woman is to cry out when when a man is trying to take a betrothed woman. We're betrothed. We're Yahweh Shem Shai. We're not the Esau's property. Okay. We're not Esau's property. We're the property of Yahweh Shem Shai. So it's our job to sigh and cry. All right. Just like a prey. A prey can only do nothing but cry out before it's devoured. And that's what we're doing. We're sighing and crying to our power to deliver us. All right. This is what's going on right now. At least you should be. Okay. When you're seeing all this lifestyle, this life of sin, the temptation, this place is for a man of the Lord, this place is hell. Okay. I put it to you like that. For a true man of the Lord in the spirit, this place is absolutely hell. Okay. And let's go back. It says, yea, truth faileth, and he that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. Right. There needs to be judgment. We need judgment here. Now, I got a few points I want to bring out. So I put prey cries out. And then the first thing that came up, it says the story behind a prey's distress call. That's what we're doing. We are prey making a distress call to our Savior, okay, to our God and our Savior, you see? And let's keep going down. And then all I did was put prey cries out. But look at this, Job 38:41. Okay, it got some scriptures, but look at this. When I go one a little further, check this out. Isaiah 42:22. Look at this. Now, this is a different translation. It says, they have become a prey. So let's click it. Okay. So this is biblical. This is what's going on. This is, and I want to say this as a side note, with all this discussion, with all this talk of who the Hebrew Israelites are, and we don't, you might not be, for one thing, we as a worldly saying, we damn sure, okay, we damn sure fit the characteristics of the narrative of what's going on, okay? We actually are fitting the biblical narrative of what's going on, man. And I'll just leave it there. But look, Isaiah 42:22, I'll go to the King James. It says, but this people, the Israelite people, the prey, okay, but this people robbed and spoiled, they are all of them snared in holes. And what are these holes? The holes, all right, these cities, these boroughs, okay, these blocks, these wards, these districts, ultimately Babylon, okay, this snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses, okay? We're actually hid here in Babylon, okay? We're actually hid here in Babylon. You drive down the street, you see these houses, you don't know what's going on in there, Hey, us as Israelites, we're very strong people. You don't even know what Jake is going through, okay? You don't know what's going on behind those closed doors. And we're alone here, all right? In the flesh, we're alone here. When it comes to political agendas, infrastructure, economy, we're a forgotten nation. Okay, we're hidden and forgotten here. You see, I'm living in upstate New York, and we're in the 5th poorest and 3rd dangerous city in New York State. And then the first one is Buffalo, where the brothers are at, and the second one is Niagara Falls. And who's all up in there? Jake. Okay, just through, finished. So we definitely are a prey here in Babylon. All right. And it says, look, they are for prey, and no one delivers, for plunder, and no one says restore. See, no one says restore. So they're not in the spirit to restore us. This is why we have to call on Yahweh Bashemel Shai. And that's what's taking place when we're on the highways and hedges and we're crying out. All right. There isn't a happy-go-lucky spirit, like everything is just okay, like what Christianity gives you. Christianity gives you this mythological image, like everything's fine. Now we understand that through the spirit, Yahweh Shemel Shai is with us, and things are just playing out for prophecy. But the position that we're in is a position of difficulty. Okay, unlike other nations. Okay. And there's many examples of that. But now that I said that, I just wanted to make that point. I found that beautiful and spiritual how this came up for me, just putting the cry, the pray. But I wanted to go back now. So when you let's get this scripture real quick. This is Genesis 19:1. All right, going into the crying aspect, okay? Because it says, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, spare not. That's what the cry is, okay? When people see us on the highways and hedges, they don't understand that we're actually out there prophesizing, rebuking, crying at what? The city gates. This is why we go to the chief place of concourse, okay? But Genesis 19, it says, and there came two angels to Sodom at even. Are we not in the days of Lot and spiritual Egypt and Sodom? It says at even, so sundown, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. So Lot right here is sitting at the gate of Sodom, and Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face towards the ground, which is an ancient custom to show reverence and respect. All right. But the point, what I want right here is it's saying Lot sat at the gate of Sodom. Now, when you go into the history, the gate, all right, was ultimately the chief place of concourse, or what you would call the town hall, okay, where things were, issues were talked about, and, plans of, how to get out of this. And that's what we're doing. We're crying in the chief place of concourse, like Lot was, meaning he's sitting there, okay, and watch, I'll go further into it to prove my point. So I went to the blue letter just to look it up, and it says Lot was sitting in the gate of Sodom. There was a steady progression of compromise in Lot's life. He went from looking toward Sodom to pitching his tent toward Sodom to living in Sodom and losing everything when Sodom was attacked. Now, right here, it says, now back at the infamous city, Lot sat in the gate of Sodom, indicating he was a civic leader. Okay, so Lot had a position where he spoke. Okay, a civic leader they're speaking, they're talking, they're calling out, they're pointing out the issues, they're crying out. All right, they're crying out. Look, it says the gate area of an ancient city was sort of a town hall where the important men of city judged disputes. Is that what we're doing with our cries? Are we not judging the problems and the issues that are going on a day-to-day basis? The position that we're in, okay? Prophesizing and saying how this position soon will come to an end. But within that, there's a cry being made, okay? There's a cry being let out. That's what's taking place. That's what these lessons are. It's a flowing of speech to our God, to our power in a public setting, okay, with the problems that are going on and the problems that we face and the situations that we're in. It says conferred with one another and supervised those who entered and left the city. So he was a judge. So Lot was a judge. So this is why Lot was at the city gates like we are. We're at the city gates, okay? We're in the chief place of concourse. Now, you may have some camps where you may be on a byway, okay, but ultimately we're really the judges of the cities that we're in, because when anything happens local or statewide, we're making mention of it, okay, or we're aware of it and we bring it out. What's going on with this, who's doing that, even when it comes to Babylon itself, we have that spiritual weatherman warning, talking, rebuking, judging, civic leaders, spiritual civic leaders is what the Lord has raised us up. But in that same breath, but we're still not in a position of power on this side to where we can be at ease. So that's why the cry of the prey is being heard, because we are still the prey, even though the Lord has raised us up. What is that? Psalms is that Psalms 94:16? Let me see what Psalms 94:16 says. Just real quick. Let me see. Just came to mind. Let me see. Psalms 94. Yep. Psalms 94:16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers, or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? And that's what we're doing in the spirit. With our cries being made mention, okay, with the rebukes being gone out, we are standing up and rising up against evil, against wickedness, and those and the powers that be, and speaking out against it. Okay, speaking out against it, but we're still a prey. We're a target. We're being put in a spotlight. We're a spectacle unto men. Okay, they're aware of us. They see what we're doing. You know. Let's go back. It says where we were. It says the gate area of an ancient city was sort of a town hall where important men of the city judged disputes, conferred with one another, and supervised those who entered and left the city. Lot himself was a righteous man who was grieved. See, we're grieved here. Okay, we're grieved at all the wickedness we see. And since I said that, Ezekiel 9, we're grieved here. But we have to cry out. We have to sigh and cry for the abomination and the wickedness that's going on. All right. While the rest of our people are just chilling, like Lot's stepsons, all right, his wife, and so on in nature. Okay. Ezekiel 9:4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon which is mark means the wa, exempt from judgment. It's a spiritual mark. And set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. We are spiritual civic leaders, just like Lot, standing at the gate, standing at the chief place of concourse. Proverbs 1:20, wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she utter her words, saying, how long will ye simple ones love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge? This is the cry that's being heard in the heavens. This is the cry that's being recorded. Okay, this is what's taking place right now. We're crying out, but within that is given us an exemption from judgment, just like Lot. Lot being at the gate, Lot being grieved, Lot being that leader rose up, okay, in a righteous manner. You see, he ultimately got delivered. You know, he got delivered. See, so the cry of the prey is a sure way, okay, for protection from Yahweh Shem Shai, because the rest of Jake is in the spirit of mirth and partying, and everything's okay, and it ain't that bad, and as long as they don't come around me, you know. James 4:4, ye adulterers and adulteresses, don't you know the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High, and those that be a friend of the world is an enemy of the Most High, right? And it says, turn you at my reproof, right? When we're out there crying, sighing and crying and talking about everything that's wrong with this place, you were supposed to turn to that. You were supposed to say, man, I got to listen to this. Ain't nothing more important than what I'm hearing right now, because everything that people are doing soon will come to a halt, and you are going to either have to turn to the Lord or turn to Esau, because either way, things are going to change, man. All right. Right now, Jake thinks I'm late for, that's temporal. Okay. The late for work, I gotta this, I gotta that. No, man, you are allowing Babylon to be an excuse for you not to turn back to Yahweh Shem Shai. But you've been warned. You've heard the cry. You see the prayer. It says, behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you, and I will make known my words unto you, because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. So we're at the gate, just like Lot was, okay? But you have the men not regarding it. They're going past. They got something better to do, chasing a dollar, chasing a chick, chasing booty, just vanity, just wasteless nothingness, flesh, okay? Flesh. And it says, but ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh, which makes me think about Luke 6, where woe to you that laugh now. Because right now they're laughing, they're having fun, and while we're crying, okay? Let me get that. Matter of fact, it's a good precept. Let's go to this. Let's go to Luke. Just get a couple. I'm going to finish my rest of my points, and that's the lesson, Luke 6. Yeah, man, we're crying out. Luke 6 and let's just start at 20. It says, and he lifted up his eyes on his disciples and said, Blessed be ye poor, for yours is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye that hunger now, for ye shall be filled. Blessed are ye that weep now. When someone's weeping, they're what? They're crying. Okay. We're in an effed up situation here. All right. For ye shall laugh. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company. Oh, you great millstone? Oh, no, we don't got nothing to do with you. You are this, you are that, you are blah, 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 blah. Even in the Hebrew Israelite community, all right, we're the what do they call in the world? The black sheep, but hey, we're still a sheep. It says, and shall reproach you and cast out your name as evil. Oh, you wicked. Those elders are wicked. They wicked. They do this. They want to do that. That's what Jake does to us. For the Son of Man's sake, rejoice ye in that day and leap for joy. For behold, your reward is great in heaven. See, we have a great reward in heaven. We're not here to be liked and loved by the majority, even though we're not doing anything for you to hate us or reproach us, but it's in the spirit. Okay. Because really, Jake is despising and hating Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai read right out the scriptures. Y'all want to like Yahweh Shai if he taught you, in the flesh, literally. So look how you treat us in the spirit. It says they did not despise you. They despise me. And they don't despise me. They despise him that sent me. See? So they hate us and Yahweh Bashem Shai. It says, for in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. But woe unto you that are rich, for you have received your consolation. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall be hungry. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. See, that mourning is weeping is getting ready to come for those that are not sighing and crying now. All right. Jake, that are not sighing and crying now, being in a sober, somber spirit, very serious, all right, spirit, because of the situation we're in. You're not that's you not getting that mark. You need the mark of exemption, which ultimately is predestination. But the actions are showing who the Lord is dealing with. The speech, the cries, the mournings, the lamentation, that is being shown right now. Okay. That's being shown in the spirit. And that's what is being said. That's why it says, I will also laugh at your calamity and I'll mock when your fear comes. Why? Because you are laughing now. You are mocking now. So that same role is going to be reversed, just like with Lot. Okay. Banged on Lot's door, made mockery of Lot, Lot actually basically got chased out the city. I mean, the angels, they carried him out, but they had to carry him out just before the destruction. But the people in the city compassed his house, banging. They didn't deal with Lot like that, So let's go back. It says Lot himself was a righteous man who was grieved by the sin he saw around him. This is 2 Peter 2, 7 and 8, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, for that righteous man dwelling among them, in seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. That's what we go through. This is the cry of the prey. Okay. So Lot was a prey. Okay. Lot was a prey just like we are. And are we not vexed? Okay. Is our righteous spirit not vexed day to day with the unlawful deeds? This is why we cry out. It even tells you, it says sigh, we sigh to Israel, at the wickedness, at the abomination. But there's going to be a time coming where the Lord is going to deliver, his Lot. He's going to deliver his elect. He's going to pull away his men and bring judgment, And it says, but because of his deep compromise, few of his family and none of his friends were saved. See that? Because of this, few of his family and none of his friends were saved. All right. Look at that. That's heavy. But this is the testimony of the cry of the prey. Okay. And that judgment is coming, man. That judgment is coming. I'll finish it off. It says, Ezekiel 9:4, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others, he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. This great judgment is coming. Great judgment is getting ready to befall Babylon. Great judgment is getting ready to befall the inhabitants of the earth. And great judgment is getting ready to befall 2/3 of the nation of Israel, okay? Because they're not in the spirit to sigh and cry. They don't have that the spirit to cry because they're prey, because they feel on all sides. No, they have a spirit that they can save themselves, that they're their own God, they're their own savior, that the law can deliver them. These are the characteristics right now of what not to do, okay? What we are to be doing is crying out to our power, crying out to Yahweh Bashem El Shai. That's why I made mention of the law in Deuteronomy when it comes to a betrothed woman. We're betrothed to the Lord. So the only thing we can do is cry. The only thing you can do is cry. You can't overpower this system, okay? You can't overpower this system. So you need to cry to Yahweh Bashem El Shai, you know? So I just wanted to do that quick lesson. It was just on my spirit, you know, and I found the commentary for why Lot was at the gate to be very edifying, and I wanted to share it. So if you will, Lot was at camp, you know, he was at the city gate at camp, you know. So you wonder why brothers are in the spirit the way they are when it comes to camp and bringing out rebuke and you know, and sighing and crying and talking about the situations that we're in, because that's the spirit that's being poured upon us and being shown forth as a testimony and as a rebuke. You know, so I'll just leave it there. I just wanted to do that quick lesson. I pray that you were edified and exhorted through the spirit as I was. And I just want to say, call law. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. With that being said, Shalom.